Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Plant Power Podcast. This is Ian Beckles coming back at you, and hopefully you guys are tuning in every single week. We're trying to come at you on a consistent basis every week with Plant Power to talk to you guys about what we have going on at the Dignitary Tea and Kava House when it comes down to cannabis or CBD or kratom or kava, the whole 9 yards. But we're about stuff that comes from the earth, and everything from the earth is much better for you, okay? Those pharmacies are getting rich and they don't need us, trust me. They're gonna be rich without us. Anyways, this is gonna be a great episode. Every episode I try to bring in somebody on the outside, but really on the inside of the cannabis world. And I have a couple special guests I'll be talking to in a little bit. But first I wanna talk to you guys about my title sponsors, which are Curaleaf. That's my people. I actually rolled up on Curaleaf on Saturday. They have their brand new dispensary over there in Spring Hill, and I rolled up in there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just kind of a really one little shop type of thing, and almost like a pop-up shop. So if you're in the Spring Hill area, you want to go check out the Curaleaf over there, and that's where they were debuting this brand new Click, which is their new vape. I mean, as you can see how kind of slick it is for all those people out there. I mean, that's real easy to throw in your pocket, you know what I mean? Throw in your pocket real easy, and that gets you through the day. So if you're looking for a dispensary, I've been to a lot of different dispensaries. I just feel best at Curaleaf, and I'm just gonna, actually, I'm gonna see if I brought the evidence. I think I brought my evidence in my pocket today. And today I went to Curaleaf this morning. And a lot of times I don't know what I'm going to Curaleaf to do. So I went there today thinking I need to get some flour. So I walked up in the one on North Tampa, and I said, "You guys have any specials?" And the young man said, we have Purple Sunset for $10 an eighth." So I did a quick math in my head. $10 an eighth for anything is ridiculous. And for everybody out there that's still talking about, I don't need my card and all this bull crap. Well, let me tell you what I did. I got 2 ounces of Purple Sunset, and I also got 6 packets of gummies. And I left out of here, and I'm gonna let you, it says at the bottom, it says subtotal $790, discount $525. I paid $265 for 2 ounces of weed and 6 satchels of gummies. Okay, you can keep on going to the guy around the way when you don't have any idea what's in that little satchel, or you can go to somewhere who knows exactly what's in something, and they have scientists doing stuff, but I wouldn't do that since people are actually lacing bags of marijuana with fentanyl, and people are dying from that, so I wouldn't do that if I was you, seriously. Now, I told you I had some special guests today, so let me bring them on right now. I've met this young lady at a couple of events. She's definitely in the same circles I am right now for sure. Kristen Grossman, how are you doing, young lady?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Doing very good. And you brought this young man, Anthony McKenzie. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. How you doing, man? Thanks
doing good. Now, you guys are from Sensi magazine. This is their magazine right here, real artsy, real nice. Sensi magazine, which I would think that's online, but also has the hard copy as well.
Absolutely.
Is this in Florida yet?
Yes, it is. Starting January 2022, we will be in print.
Okay.
So you'll get to see these beautiful magazines circulating around town. They'll be in dispensaries, coffee shops, smoke shops. And if there's anywhere that you would like to see it, feel free to reach out to us. We are both on Instagram. We're very active. And we also have a subscription online as well for Sensi. So if you go to sensimag.com, you can go ahead and add your email address and you'll get all the updates. We have a big event coming up as well to launch our printed magazine that will be down in Miami, so stay tuned.
No doubt. I'm going to be at that one. Now, what's your title at Sensi Magazine?
I'm a media executive, so I run basically, I'm with Kristen and I run pretty much Florida.
Okay, you know, beautiful.
And it's been great. We're excited with just the community and, you know, just the education aspect that comes with it. So I'm just excited for this launch. I can't wait.
No doubt. Yeah. Now, I've been around media for a long time. I've done a lot of stuff from radio to TV. I actually owned a magazine for 2 years as well. What's Hot Tampa Bay back in the day. So
nice.
I know a little bit about the magazine world.
Yes.
Cool.
This is not an easy world right here.
No, it's not.
That's tough sledding even today.
Yes.
You know, so when you talk about having, you know, hard copy as opposed to a website, what's the ratio? Are more people putting them in their hands, or more people going on the websites to check it out?
Well, I'll tell you, it's actually interesting you asked that, because when COVID hit, it was tough for everyone,
Sure.
and we had to pull our magazine off print. And we, at that time, I think our readership digitally was like 50,000. And through that time, we actually were able to take the #1 cannabis lifestyle publication spot, title, and with over 407,000 just on our digital platform. So we were excited in September when we came back to print. So our readers were checking for us. Our readers are loyal. So we follow that community, and we're excited to give them what they want here in Florida. And this market's booming, as we know now as well. It's exciting to be a part of this, all these doctors educating as well.
No doubt. Well, Kristen, I've run into you at a few different events here as of late. I'm checking you out on Instagram. You seem to be everywhere.
Absolutely.
And it comes to a point
I don't
where
miss a beat.
I think back in the day, you would say, okay, there's a cannabis event coming in 2 months and another one coming. Now they seem to be piled up on top of each other.
They sure
where
are.
you can't be to all of them at the same time. Am I
True.
speaking out of line, or are the events really going crazy as of late?
I think that's safe to say. I've had to pick and choose lately.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
missed one down south. I try to go to as many as I can. Just the fact that we are growing in Florida, the cannabis industry is just amazing for me. It's amazing for all of our clients.
Sure.
It's amazing for all of the patients. And even up until we get to rec, which we all know we're going to get there, just being out there to support the industry. A lot of these festivals, if not all of them, you don't need any sort of card or anything like that. You can just go and check out the vendors and really find the brands that you're comfortable with. And it makes the experience much better. And that's what we try to do with Sensi Magazine for those who either are patients or aren't patients, even if you've never smoked or never even tried cannabis in your life, to be able to pick up that magazine and flip through and have a nice experience and find brands that you can trust. So when you do decide to take that leap and try plant medicine, when you're out there, okay, I can pick this one. I know that this brand is backed by Sensi Magazine. We don't work with just anyone. We vet these companies, we do our research, and we make sure that we're dealing with companies that care about their products and care about their customers.
Very important.
So the nice thing is it's building to a beautiful community, and it just keeps growing and growing, and we're doing everything we can to build out the Florida market. So it's really just been a blast. These events are fantastic for us. They've really been a blast, and I know that you just had Sunshine Cannabis Fest, and that was a great turnout, even in the rain.
It was a success.
Yep,
It's amazing. And that was thrown together, that was relatively quick. It wasn't thrown together quickly. I kind of jumped on with Raymond.
Right.
And
he was hustling.
And he was hustling. And he was out there grinding. When it was all said and done, that was a success.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good
great.
turnout. And it's, success is not really only measured by the turnout. Success is really measured more about when you talk to the vendors and you talk to the people who are there.
Yes.
How was the
Absolutely.
experience? Because a lot of times you'll have these big old conventions, and there's no feel to them. You know what I mean? Like, I've gone to some conventions before where there's so much happening, you don't feel like you did it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and you leave feeling like, oh, I didn't get a chance to talk with people.
Correct, yes.
It's all about the vibe. There's a special magic that happens when you have happy vendors, a good venue, and and patrons and people that are happy to be there. It's a special kind of magic that really only happens at cannabis events, from what I've experienced.
People are happy at marijuana. I mean,
they sure are.
At the dispensary, I
they
asked
can
the
be
people.
themselves.
Yes.
Nobody feels uptight, and especially when you're dealing with an event, as someone who's running an event where they make sure that their vendors are happy and they're being taken care of. You can see it on their faces.
Sure.
And it just makes for a more enjoyable experience for everyone. So that's what we try to do. Also, we just had an event here in Tampa in October, and it was small, but the goal was good vibes.
That's it.
The goal
That's it.
is for everyone to leave feeling happy and feeling like they had a good time at the event and it was worthwhile.
Let's not forget education.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I think that's paramount when
Absolutely.
we talk about cannabis and plant medicine, and that's why we've taken the steps and Sensi and using that platform. I just want to mention a couple doctors. There's Dr. King right here in Brandon, Florida with Relief MD. I'm talking about this sister is amazing. She's educating her patients. She's speaking about plant medicine to further it, to make sure that people understand that there is a way besides opiates. I think that's very important. Then there's also Dr. O from Jacksonville, who's also, she's the queen of plant medicine and psychedelics. Her story is amazing.
She's great.
You get a chance, go to Sensi.com, SensiMag.com, and really check out our articles, because these are doctors right here in Florida, and Dr. Jara, who is right here in the Tampa area, with Greenfield Medical. So I just really want to point these doctors out, because I think it's really important. These doctors are really fueling the education movement, and that's really important when we're talking about this plant and the further steps. So
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
Listen, I started smoking cannabis when I was 35 years old, which is very late.
Late
Late
bloomer.
in the game,
Very,
brother.
well, I played ball till I was in my
Right.
early 30s. So
That's right, though.
everybody around me was smoking, but they were also, the stress that they were alleviating by the marijuana was added by them thinking they were going to be positive about. So it didn't really make
Correct.
sense. Like,
Correct.
it wasn't like I didn't think I was going to like marijuana. I knew I was going to like it.
Right.
Listen, I've never done cocaine. It's not like I don't think I'm going to like it. I'm just not going to do it. It's a bad idea.
Slippery
Okay?
slope, yeah.
And when I
No
first
drugs.
started smoking, I knew, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy it immensely. And, it's one of those things where you just don't know where you're going to be now. And when I was 35 years old smoking for the first time, the person who introduced it to me, now when he comes in here, I introduce things to him all the time, and he goes, "This is kind of weird, isn't it?" Like, he was the one that gave me that. I say, "Hey, man, let me get one nugget," and he gave me like one nugget a week. And I'd be like,
That's like good shit.
just like what it didn't matter at the time,
Right,
and my
right.
tolerance,
New
was,
to
you know
you.
what I mean? It's
New.
like,
Right,
it's
right.
like, I'm feeling good. But now, I'm the one getting exposed to everything. And now I'm the one with a podcast, and I'm the one with the webcasts, and I'm the one with a building that, has Bob Marley on the side.
Love
But
that.
I also
Love
want to be
it.
the one to spread the word, okay? Because
That's right.
like, I did play a sport where they frowned upon it when I played. They don't frown upon it anymore because they can't, okay? Because it's to a point now where there's too much science out there, okay? There's too
Correct.
much science that says that PTSD and marijuana has helped PTSD immensely.
Yeah.
How many stories do we have to hear about somebody taking pills until they're shooting buildings? And it doesn't make sense. There's not, the negativity is not with the cannabis world. So that's, I want to get it out there.
Yeah.
And there's a few players, while they played even, that were advocates for it, and they took chances because of the stigma way back when. There's still a stigma out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's still some people that hear marijuana that it's so dirty to them, but those are the same people that are taking pills and drinking every single night. You know what I mean? Now, you talked about recreation. Where are we with advancing to getting to recreation eventually? I've heard rumors here and there next year, but what have you heard?
Well, I've heard a lot of different things. I have heard next year also. The way I see it, I feel like if it's not there within the next 5 years, I would be shocked. Honestly, I think there's no way it would take longer than that.
Okay.
And I think the more that we keep building this community and stay responsible as patients in the medical world, the more likely we are to prove that we can handle it, even though it's Florida, and even though whatever reasons, that it keeps getting voted down.
Sure.
There's just such a huge community of people that need it, and I know that we'll get there. I know we'll get there. We're following the path, and before long, we'll be the next California.
Sure.
I would say, if I could, and I would just jump in, I would say we've got people like Mike Minardi right here in Tampa that's
Yes.
actually
Around
fighting.
a few
So I would
times.
say we're going to get there with the education, of course, right? But what do we have to do? We have to get out there and vote. You have to be a part of that system, because we can't just sit back and you know what it's doing is helping people on opiates get off opiates and really thrive in life, have a life. We got to get out there and really support it by voting and supporting some of these politicians that are out there that are really educating as well. They're out there that are doing the same thing. So we have to do that. Vote.
Absolutely.
Get it there. I would say in the next what, 3 years?
Sure.
3 years?
I
would see within
think-
that time span it's gotta break.
5 years or less. Let's mark that down somewhere.
But that's
Hopefully
my
sooner,
opinion.
but, yeah.
That's fine.
I think at this rate, it's going really well, and people are starting to see the benefits.
Well, they're seeing the benefits, and we're also to a point where the Mike minorities are voices, and you guys are voices. I would like to be a voice myself.
Absolutely.
We're out there, you know, pushing for something that's good, and the people that used to be against it are starting to fall off because they're really starting to look ignorant. Because there's really nothing to back them anymore.
Right.
They're really, seriously, I mean, there's, like, I've read studies before that smoking marijuana actually expands your lungs. And I said, well, if that's the case, then everybody's in big trouble, because the one negative thing is because you're still smoking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're still smoking, so that's not a positive thing. Not everything is perfect, you know what I mean? Now, if you're ingesting it, if you're eating it, now there's not really any negatives anymore.
Exactly.
You know, so when did you get exposed to marijuana?
I've actually been a smoker since I was 15. So weirdly enough, we actually went to the same high school, not at the same time.
Okay.
But
I'm a little younger.
Yeah. So I started at 15, which for my group of friends, I was one of the last to try it truly.
At 15?
And at 15.
Wow, yeah.
I hung out with the fun kids.
Of course.
And what struck me was how mild it was. The very first time I tried it, I was like, I'm like, is that all that's really going on here? And then I realized that it made everything better. And at the time, I struggled with bad anxiety. What I didn't realize is I was self-medicating.
Yes.
You know, so actually every single morning before high school, in the alley, I would be smoking pot with my friends, and I would go into school just completely medicated.
Yeah, sure.
And that is how I got through the day. And I remember having conversations with my friends, and they'd be like, how can you get so high?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I feel more normal
when
I smoke. And like some people just didn't understand. And now, looking back,
they understand that.
It all makes sense.
Yeah,
I was leveling my anxiety, and then I was coasting through the day, and it worked well for me. And I've always seen it as a really good alternative to alcohol. I'm not a great drinker. Like, I still will drink here and there, but
let me ask you, do you know a good drinker?
That's true, exactly.
Does anybody know a good
Everyone
drinker?
has their limits with alcohol,
But
and
nobody's
it can
a
be
good drinker.
scary.
No one's a good
Exactly.
No. I've never met a good drinker.
It's
Never. Like, my dad, rest in peace, had one drink a night. He's not really a drinker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
But anybody who drinks, I don't know anybody that doesn't have bad stories.
Yeah.
Everybody has bad stories.
Absolutely.
I've never really heard of really bad marijuana. I've heard a couple people ingesting too much,
right,
and then having to
eat the whole house down.
Yeah, but
first.
but you listen. I consider myself a veteran now. I've been through some stuff at the beginning. You know, eating gummies. One time I was in Portland and I had too many gummies and was up in a plane, and I didn't want to be in a plane anymore, and it was a bad place, and I had too much.
That's scary.
And no, it was bad. Like, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But if it was now, I could talk myself off the ledge now.
Right.
Because now we've been on that ledge before.
Yes.
And then in your mind, like, sometimes somebody will say, well, my heart's really, really beating fast.
Right.
And I go, I know, but that's part of it. Just relax. If you relax,
it'll calm down.
But, that's just the way, but alcohol doesn't do that, no. Alcohol doesn't really give you the out, you know what I mean?
No, there's no out. Once you cross over into that, having a drink or two, that line is done. It's done. I mean, you can ingest a pack of gummies, and guess what? You're gonna go to sleep. That's the thing.
Right, and you won't have a killer hangover the next day.
Cannabis has never killed anyone. And you want to hear something else? I got a fun fact for you. When I was at Relief MD, October 7th, 2003, the United States took a patent out on cannabis, but still left it exactly where it was at. So exactly. Isn't that a head scratcher? October 7th, 2003. And I'm gonna make sure I get that to you, so we can actually show everyone. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was renewing my card, and when I was in there, I literally, me and the doc, we were talking, and he showed it to me, and I looked at it, and we had a discussion for the next hour on how that makes any sense.
Well, nothing's gonna make sense.
I mean, especially that.
No way.
What are you doing?
Well, listen.
What are you doing?
We live in the United States of America, okay? There's not too much makes a lot of sense.
That's true.
That's for sure.
In a lot of ways, we're a nonsensical country. Like, none of it is 1 + 1 anymore. It's just not. It's not that anymore. And it's like, we've gone away from science, and we've gone away from people who know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I mean?
We sure have.
We need to go back to that. And this is me. I like to listen to people who went to school for something, or they've been through something and they understand it. And there's a lot of people that know more about a lot of things than me. But there's a lot of people these days that are listening to people who know less.
Yes.
And nobody knows where they're getting their information from. But who is any intelligent people talking negatively right now for marijuana? I'm not hearing it. That's the thing. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back, and my guy Frank the Kava OG, he's gonna bring some brand new. Welcome back to the Plant Power Podcast, and I brought my guy Frank the Kava OG here. I know you guys are Kratom fans, and Frank, what'd you bring him, brother?
I got a couple of premium Indonesian, and it's a white strain, and it's made the house way, because we do a single house way that's nice. It's not sweet, it's got a little cherry syrup in it, but the nice part about premium, people don't know premium strains are Kratom leaves where they take the vein out, so you're getting more leaf. And so you're getting more alkaloid. The vein doesn't really contain any alkaloids, so the premium strains are really good. They're always a strong, powerful, good kratom, and the way we make it the house way is always people like.
Well, I listen to everybody. Everybody says he does it the best, so
That's right.
Enjoy. Thank you, brother.
Enjoy, guys.
Delicious.
Salud,
Thank
man.
you
This
so
is
much.
fire.
You got to come here, Dignitary Tea and Kava House. Frank makes the best kratom and the best kava in town. We even have a little cacao now because we're sophisticated like that. And we happen to be sitting here in the outside area. This is our lounge, and we have some new art here by the Barry Lively in the back. So we're trying to come up a little bit. I didn't know if there was anywhere else in the area, and I haven't heard anybody else really talk about having an outdoor area that people are allowed to come up with their medical card. We're not breaking any rules. If you have your medical card, come out here and smoke. I mean,
that's dope.
I think we're the first ones to do it, I believe, yes.
Wait, so I have my card so I can come out here and
Why not? What rule are we breaking?
Yo, I'm gonna
As
be
long
honest,
as you
you
have
are
your
the
card.
first, and that's dope.
It's time.
It's been time, long
Absolutely.
overdue.
Absolutely.
Yo, salute to you. I
Thank
have
you.
to. Salute to you.
Thank you. That's what we're trying to create here at the Dignitary Tea and Kava House. We know that, not literally, but kava, kratom, and marijuana kind of go together in an odd way.
Yeah.
They kind of go together.
They do.
You know what I mean?
They
You
do.
find those worlds kind of interlapped a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
The crowds are similar, and we're all like-minded. We're all looking for plant-based relief.
Correct.
And you can find relief with one of those. It's almost a given. Like,
Sure.
Anyone that comes to me, if they're looking for sort of plant-based medicine,
Yes.
I can tell you for sure between cannabis, kratom,
Yeah.
kava, wouldn't you say?
Sure,
I mean,
absolutely.
we can help you.
Absolutely. And my thing is, I talked about, not having smoked marijuana until I was 35.
Right.
And I was a drinker until 6 months ago. Like literally, I drank every night. And
Right.
I'm an excessive person, okay, as you can see probably. But so I was drinking too much.
Right.
Did I have a problem drinking? I didn't think I did. Now I look back, maybe I did. You know what I
Right.
mean? Nobody really admits they have a problem. But right here, now I'm just drinking kratom and I'm drinking kava, and that's kind of substitute for that. And to me, people say, well, what if? But listen, what if anything? Okay, because I know what I've read. This is substantially better than alcohol,
Much
and there's
better.
a lot less
Absolutely.
stories with somebody. There's no stories with kratom and marijuana.
I just drive home, man.
That's it. And that's it.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
That's
it. That's the story. You go home and you eat what's in the fridge.
That's
You
what I
sleep-
mean.
and
Or
you
make
sleep
a
well.
heck of a
Yeah.
sandwich.
You know what we do here at the Dignitary Tea and Kava House? We play chess.
That's what I'm talking
You know what I
about.
mean? We
Okay.
play chess.
Open your
woo,
mind.
You
Open
know
your
what I mean?
mind.
Like,
Mind's open.
No, but you go to other bars, and I'm not knocking bars, but you go to bars and, like, as somebody who doesn't drink, I'm not trying to talk to nobody that's drunk anymore. It's just not a great conversation, And we have great conversations here. We don't have a lot of rules here. I don't like a lot of politics. I don't want to hear a lot of politics. I don't care who you voted for. I really don't.
Love it.
We just talk about, where you're from, what do you like, what do you smoke,
I love that.
You know?
Just the fact that you decided to open this place and make it comfortable for patients to come out and have a spot to chill is, that's why I have to come out here and support it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out about it, it was a must for me. So we're very excited about what you're doing here.
Yeah,
Awesome. So you
absolutely.
guys stay here in Tampa?
I'm in right in the Brandon area, man.
Okay,
so
let's
yeah,
Tampa,
man,
bro.
I'm right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I live in Jacksonville, but I am in this area very, very, very often. It seems to be where there's a
What
lot
you
of
doing in
events lately.
Jacksonville?
Well, I went up there for family. I'm trying to make it cooler up there, so help me out.
Good luck with that.
We're working on it. We're working.
I got my work cut out. I'm working on it, you know.
Yeah.
But I come down
Shout
here a
out
lot.
Jayville.
Needless
Shout
to
out
say,
Jayville.
needless to say, I travel often.
Okay, well, that's good. You pick it up. You seem like you're at all the different festivals everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Every
You know?
festival I'm at,
I like
we
to
just
support
link up there. She's always in
The
town.
brands,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Either one of us or both of us, you'll see us.
Always.
If there's one coming out, be sure to look out for us because we'll be
Absolutely.
there. Come out and say hello. We'll be more than happy to meet y'all. And follow me on Instagram, also 420.klg,
ASYM Media
and Sensi
Genie.
Magazine as well.
Instagram, ASYM Media Genie.
No doubt.
And also just, sensimag.com, yeah.
Well, we
Check
need
us
to
out.
collab and do something. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? You guys have a good vibe going.
I was
we
thinking
have a nice
that.
vibe. We could definitely have an event coming
I
up.
was,
for sure.
I was after
Yeah.
our launch, which
Yeah.
we're gonna light Miami up, and so at Soho, Miami, I'm telling you, we're gonna light up. I can't wait till we're gonna have some fun there.
yeah.
We're gonna definitely talk about that
yeah.
because we're gonna bring. Listen, you got it all here.
We need
That's
a good
it.
chill
You got it
spot
all.
for an
Yeah.
event,
That's
and
it.
you
This
got
is
it.
the spot.
This is
You
the
got it
This
spot.
all.
is the spot, yeah.
I just
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
excited. I'm
yeah.
ready to do whatever you're ready
Absolutely.
to do. Sensi, we're ready.
You haven't even checked out my side over here. You haven't checked out
Oh,
Sensi?
even
I
more
spent
chill.
most of my
Even
time
more
out
chill.
here,
Wow.
just making sure everything was good with the plant medicine.
Well, you'll
so.
understand it. You'll get it.
Oh, yeah.
Most people walk in that area, they understand it.
Yeah.
I
You
love
know
the
what
chess pieces,
Absolutely.
though. I do love that,
It's
man.
unlike anywhere
Yeah,
else,
man.
I can say that.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have the bar area and the chill area and the outdoor area,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
matter what your mood
This is a chill vibe, man. This is a nice.
Yeah,
To
and
relax.
it's amazing. We sit here sometimes, and I'm inside listening to people's success stories. Like I've heard success stories about somebody overdosing 4 times and dying twice in the last year, and and now they're literally using kratom and kava as an
Awesome.
alternative to the opioids, and I'm like, well, I feel like I'm doing some good stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's what it's for.
There's so many cannabis activists out there that their stories are out there. So
Correct.
yeah, you're creating a space
Correct.
for them to come and really enjoy. So
Absolutely.
This is dope.
Well,
This is
I'm excited about Sensi Magazine coming to the Florida area. They're artsy like that. I can't wait.
Sensi.
Can't wait for it to come.
Stop playing
And
me here.
we'll be definitely collabing and doing an event coming up real soon. But appreciate you guys listening in. Go out there and smoke something delicious this week. I know I will.